Hi, everybody. So tonight I am just going to be doing a tower run by myself. Nobody's coming with me. And maybe we'll just sit and we'll talk a little bit and we'll go from there. Just got to turn that down. And no, it's kind of short notice. I just went, well, I might as well do this. I got the time. So that's what we're doing. So just give me a second. We'll get started. Alrighty. Get all of the accoutrement where it needs to be. Press buttons, do things. And here we are. Oh. Hi, everybody, again. So this is the third level of the Tower of Torghast in the Shadowlands expansion. Everybody who's been watching lately knows all of these things, so I'm just going to dive right in. So I've been helping some other people between the time that I went live last time and now, and so that was a good time. That was fun. I had a great time. Several people liked the last video, so I'm going to try to repeat that just a little bit and see what happens. I'm not going to guarantee automatic success because that's a thing that happens, and I'm also sharing my screen while I do all this. There's nothing important as far as video goes. Ignore that. Thank you. Alrighty, and I'm just going to post this video in our server for Discord that we all play video games at. Give me 1 second. There we go. Perfection. Boom, bam. Fantastic. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll do that one. So torghast, each level you get a power. Power can range depending on your spec. Right now I am protection spec, which basically means that I don't die. Anyway, moving right along. I hope everybody's having a good Friday so far. I know that I am. I watched my buddy Bricks O'Brien earlier today, where he did a stream with Fortnite and then put up with all of that shenanigans and whatnot, which is fine. It's what it is. Earlier this morning, I helped out the one and only Kevin Hinkle with his Doodle stream. If you still haven't checked him out, you need to. He offers some great art. He sells his art. He's a freelance, independent artist. He's a dynamite human being, good dude. And he lets me talk to him while he draws, and I entertain the audience. It's a good time for everybody. Mostly people listening, but regardless of that. Interesting, I've never seen Fane here before as bad guys, but that's kind of cool. So, yes. Tomorrow is going to be an actual Lego stream for, this is an actual Lego stream. I like Lego. This is the thing that happens. I just haven't done a Lego stream in forever, apparently. So, yeah. That's pretty good. Ellie and I made breakfast for dinner tonight. We made pancakes and bacon. She made chocolate chip pancakes, which is really just a low form of cake, but with chocolate, so she's happy. Dogs are doing well. We all went for a car ride earlier, which was fun. So it was a good time. It's one of many things that I do for my own mental health. I like to drive, so when I have the whole Yam Dam family with me, it's even better. Dogs aren't really that great in a car, but that's okay. So figuring that out. And we're going to save this vampire guy over here. Blah, blah, blah. Help, I'm in the wrong place. Can you do something? Da, 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 da. Yes, of course I can, because I am a goodly person in this game. So, moving up along, and we just fight and fight and fight. But I hope everybody's having a killer Friday. I'm having an okay Friday. We're still in pretty much COVID land here in Oklahoma, and we really can't do anything. But, that's how it goes. And we just exist, and we survive. And we do all the things, and it's a good time for everybody. See here. Lego, it's Christmas time, so Lego sets are on the rise as far as wants and needs and desires. So I'm hoping that Santa Claus or Emily will maybe you'll hook up for Christmas, so we'll see what happens there. Otherwise, it's good to spend time with the fam, and that's always a fun time. Yeah, this expansion's only been out for like 10 days, and it already feels old in some parts, like very repetitive, very Diablo 3, go here, farm for things, do all this. And in certain aspects, that's great because, you like a game that you can replay, and Diablo 3 is definitely replayable for a guy like me. Simple, it's to the point. There's none of this hijinks about this or that. So that's cool. But on the other hand, still, it's very repetitive. It's nice to have friends that play this game with you. I could not imagine being somebody that has this game and does not have an online community or friends to hang out with and do things. So I guess there's that. I know is there still like a weird thing about having friends online? Anyway. Kind of do better with people, if I'm being honest. So there's that. Give me 1 second. Need to check something. Okay. We're good there. Cool. I do hope everybody is having a good Friday. I don't know how many times I can say that before I start sounding like a broken record. Probably right now. And there's no sound, so that's even weirder. So it's just me talking while all these things die. And that's, not the best way to go about it, I suppose. Chances are I will take this down and get rid of it because it's not that good. But, what are you going to do? If anybody is watching, I hope you are. And if you're not, that's okay too. I can see questions that pop up, so if you do have questions for me, or if you just want to broach a topic of discussion, I am more than happy to discuss whatever you would like, as much as I can. It is pretty funny that the biggest enemy in torghast that I talk to people about are the maw rats, and those are those little things that are running around that you just saw me smush. So that's funny. These are just annoying. Or whatever. And this looks like a big pack of, oh my god, I should have people with me, so this is going to be a good time. Yep. Okay. Fantastic. Here we go. So as a prop paladin, we have some special abilities where we can block spells and things like that. Now, normally you couldn't do that because, it's magic, and bullshit magic rules exist for a reason. But with this expansion, we can actually do it quite well. So I have a fairly good chance of surviving. There are a lot of bad guys, though. There is only one me. And I'm hoping my damage keeps up with it so that I can actually do this. We'll find out, though. And I just lost my damage bonus. That's what those big wings were that come out of my back. One of the people that watched my videos that is not akin to the World of Warcraft usually comes to my stuff because I usually talk about things and stuff and all that fun stuff. And this is really weird for me even streaming a game in the first place, which makes sense, but I like playing this game. I like talking to people that play this game, and it's just a healthy little friendly quality loop. It's good to see the funny things in chat, I guess, if you're really reading the chat. If not, that's okay. I mean, the chat on my screen, not on this. And a lot of people complain about this place. A lot of people say they don't like it and it's too hard. And I'm not one of those people. I usually roll with a crew, and I have a character that is perfectly capable of doing this shit on his own. It's interesting to see what people will complain about, and I get it. I'm probably going to have problems at one point. I do need help from occasionally, and usually the Worgen Death Knight that was with me is usually running with me. So we usually have it in wraps, and we go from there. Once again, it's that online community that you build up over the years, and go from there with it. It's pretty cool. So it's pretty fun. People from our server they were talking to us about our run that we did the other night, the 5-man run that ended tragically, and I feel bad because I just thought the whole thing was funny. Not funny, but like sad too. It's like, oh, you guys tried. Better luck next time. And we wasted hours of our lives to do a thing on a video game that didn't go well. So that's always a bummer, I guess. But it's a healthy competition to a degree, as long as you don't let that become all it is in your life. Like this game offers a lot of things. There's roleplay opportunities like D&D. You can sit around with some people and you roleplay out your character, and that's what all that nonsense is. And it's cool. It's fun. I met Emily on World of Warcraft, believe it or not. Emily is my spouse, my person. And I haven't really looked back since then. Like, I have no complaints. I do admit that maybe I play this a little too much. Okay, a lot. And we're going to address that on Sunday around 10 o'clock Eastern time. And we're going to do some behavioral health and mental health check-ins and checkups and stuff like that. Usually try to do those on the last Sunday of every month. But I did not do one for the month of November because I was not in a good state to do it. Everything was not going right for me at the time. My brain was not well, so I figured it'd be a good idea for me not to human with people. That was pretty cool. You freed this guy's buddy, they bail, and then you get to pick a different power. So I don't really care about soul remnants, I guess. And I guess maybe I should. Like, that'll give me what I need to bump that number up, which is a boost to everything. But I think I'm just going to take the currency for this place. That way I can buy some more amazing powers up here in a minute. But I have to get past this door guardian, which is pretty simple. He's not that hard to kill. He's actually really fun to kill. I got that going for me. Part of the powers that I do have with the convent. Convent is a new thing, a new chain of people you can grow with in the Shadowlands. And I went with Kyrian, and if I'm being honest, it's kind of garbo. But when it comes to Trot and the Kyrian ability, like, it's fun. I get to throw multiple shields that help me gain aggro and do damage. So it's pretty cool. Talking about myself is a little difficult. I really am used to interacting with people now on these things, and it's kind of weird that I'm not, and it's not going well, and I can feel it. So that's cool. But I am just going to keep trucking along. You need to check something real quick. Already confirmed. My friend ditched me. That's fine. It's fine. We're all fine here. I did ask a friend to come join me, at least BS with me while I did this. And I probably should have given them more notice than, okay, in 2 minutes this is happening. But on the other hand, it wouldn't be improvisational if I didn't do that. Words are hard. So this place is pretty spooky looking. It reminds me of something of like Hellraiser, if I'm being 110% honest. Like, this whole place is screwed. It looks bad everywhere. There's no like glimmer of hope. Sort of reminds me of Arizona. So we got that going for us, which is just straight up awesome. But it's very prison-like, and that's what it's supposed to be. This place is a a prison within a prison. It's where souls go to be tortured and manifest into different things. Excuse me. And then you fix it, and you rescue people, and you get superpowers added on to your normal list of powers that you have as your class, and it amplifies all those things, and it's a good time for everybody named Phil. So there you go. There is a lot of repetition though. So like if you're not a repetition kind of human being, which is a-okay, you might not enjoy this as much as I do. But usually we're yucking it up and not giving a crap and freaking out about pull sizes and just having the best time ever, but instead it's just me being here by myself. I hate it when a portal drops me and an expedition yak's ass. You know, if I were dropped in a yak's ass, I would be very, very upset as well. So, give them a kindly thank you for that because it made me laugh. And, you know, you can never go wrong with yak ass. Yes. And somebody did ask, I wonder what that does, and I, of course, am curious if they mean jackass. So, sounds like you're saying jackass, like you're the bad guy from Ghostbusters 2. So, that's always a good time. Bingo, bango, bongo, I don't want to leave the Congo. Alright, so where am I? It looks like there's a whole other level over there that I skipped. But there's also a superpower up here, so I want to go check that out as well as down that chain. So I am going to do that as soon as I clear these mobs, which is taking a while because I am a paladin and I don't do lots of damage like I thought I did, which is a bummer, but that's just the way it is. So here we are. One of the rewards that you can get from doing this is a bag full of meats and bones. So, like, if you cook or if you do any of the other professions in games that require those ingredients, it's a win. But otherwise, it does look pretty silly because you're like, great, now I have a bag full of meat. I don't know what I'll do with this meat. But I have a bag full of it, which is, you know, cool, I guess, to a degree. Good look around. And look at this. This is like desolate and horrible and just the worst. Oh, this looks like a big thing up here that I need to fight. That's cool. He's all shiny and new. Is he a rare? Ooh, and these are rare. So this could lead to my imminent destruction, or we could party like it's, you know, playing a video game, and you know, that's a party worthy thing, I guess. Doesn't even hit hard. This is okay. Cool. I always expect the worst from these things. Like it's going to be a bad time, and then it's not, and then I go, "Oh, okay." Oh, he did fear me though. It doesn't matter. So I got that going for me. I'm going to take the one that increases my armor. I probably should have taken the one that makes me immune to stuns. But, I mean, I have a whole bunch of damage reduction. And you really can't go wrong with a whole bunch of damage reduction. Right? Anybody? Hey, Kevin. What about it? Kevin, I feel like you're saying something to me that I should be aware of. What's wrong with this title? I'm playing with myself. I don't understand. I think that you're being biased here. That's what I think you're doing. I was just prattling on about nothing. So I'm glad you're here, but it looks like you might have left. So cool. I'll just be sad now, I guess. I don't know. At least charge people money to see this. I don't think that'd be a good thing to do. I don't think I'd make any money, Kevin. I think, speaking of not making any money, still not monetized. So we're good. Everything's fine. This is what the people want, Kevin. This is the content they come here for. And if you noticed, I just got bamboozled. It's not cool, man. Like, I like being bamboozled. But jealous with your tails. I don't have any tails right now. This is it. This is what I'm doing. I'm playing a video game because I don't have anything else to do tonight. I really wanted to do this with friends, but none of my friends are available. So here I am, being the saddest human being on the planet and playing a video game that is best played with friends. So, yep. I had a really good time not drawing, but talking while Kevin drew today this morning. That was fun. I had a lot of fun with that. We talked about the color red a lot, which was interesting. Yes, it's a 3-letter word. It's red. And then Kevin drew a bunch of amazing things. So if you really want something to watch that's worthwhile, check out Kevin Hinkle's Doodle Stream, where you see him draw after he takes your suggestion. And most of the time, the guy moderating actually copies down the suggestion so that Kevin, and sometimes he has a guest, can see it and then they draw it. And other times, the moderator copies down what you suggest and then they don't draw it. And then I have to come up with reasons why they're not drawing it. Because I can't tell them your suggestion's stupid. That's why Kevin said don't do that. That's mean. So I don't do that. So I just try to be as quippy as I can. All right, there you go. Monday at noon, watch that time lapse of Kevin just busting out the doodles. Also, you can visit Kevin's Etsy store on Etsy. So just literally look for Kevin A. Hinkle on Etsy, and you'll see all of his stickers. He's got a killer sale going on right now. He's got some dollar stickers that are some very high quality prints and stickers. His Lego prints are on sale right now. I just bought a Mandalorian sticker, and it got here, and then we put it on our toaster oven because the toaster oven's silver and the Mandalorian is silver. Give me 1 second, please. I have to take a quick moment. So, Kevin, I want to say I really appreciate you being a ride or die for me in this case and just kind of showing up, because I'm kind of sad right now. I was really hoping I would have people come up. Like, I've been trying to advertise that we do this on my little server that I play the game on. I did tell the toast this is the way. And yeah, so that was cool. But it's a toaster oven, not a toaster, Kevin. It's got the little flappy door out front, so you could put things in it like toaster strudels, your will to live. I don't know, pets that, no, not pets. Pets are a no-go. But yeah, it's a toaster oven. It's silver. Give me 1 second. Ugh. Brian Saviano, what are you doing here?
You asked me to be here?
Oh, shit, I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for showing up, Brian.
I was taking some time to eat.
Yeah?
And now I'm here.
That's cool. I was going to put your name on this, but you didn't get back to me, and I was also kind of rushing, so I didn't put your name on it. And you know, to be fair, the thumbnail for the stream is a dumpster fire, so I didn't think that you would want your name on that.
No, that's pretty accurate. That's fine.
Okay, well, you know, now I'm playing a game that you have no knowledge about, and Kevin has no knowledge about. So this is cool. We could literally talk about anything right now, so I'm down. You go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, so I am having, I don't know, actually, I'll ask you, and I'll run this by you. I talked about it in my stream, but I'd love to hear what you think. I am having a lot of trouble getting into having the holliest, jolliest Christmas season possible. Because everything's on fire and everything sucks. Now, is that just me? Am I a Scrooge, or is that like you two or other people? Or
so here's the thing about Christmas. Christmas sucks for a lot of people for a lot of different reasons, right? And this year has been especially hard because it's no bueno is what it is, because there's been a lot of, you know, with COVID and everything else going on. It's not a good time, but on one hand, Donald Trump's no longer president. He gets out of here in January. December is the month before January. Christmas time is going to be Christmas time. It's, you know, we have reason to be happy. This year is almost over, which is, you know, good. I'm having a hard time too, Brian. Okay. Is that what you want?
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
You know, but even when Biden is president, it's obviously not all going to go away or instantly get better. We still have all the issues. It's going to take time to get into a better, you know, zone regardless. But, you know.
But I mean, at least there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, I mean, there was technically a light at the end of the tunnel no matter what, in the form of, all right, even if Trump did get reelected, it's not going to be 10 years. He only has 8 years, which, yeah, ideally, right? You never know.
Yeah, well, I mean, nuclear fallout could happen.
That could happen. Totally.
Yeah.
But it didn't. Not yet. So at least there's that. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I have a personal light at the end of the tunnel now that was announced today, which, you know, who knows if this or anything like it will happen. But PAX announced all of their dates for their conventions in 2021, changing the date of PAX East 2021 from what would have been March or late February or whatever. And it's now June 3rd through the 6th of next year, which I am more optimistic about than, you know, I would be for March. But that is a thing, at least, you know.
Oh, well. That's kind of a bummer, Kevin. I guess he got his quarterly letter from his Catholic Church stating that they'll be closed until February now. I'm sorry, Kev. But it does suck. Like a lot of people draw on their faith during this time, but I don't blame them. I mean, but that's awesome about PAX. I've always wanted to go to a PAX. I've never been to one. What are they like, Brian?
Let me get back to you in a second. I'm going to use the facilities actually, so I can really buckle in.
Cool.
You know?
Thanks, man. All right. Good.
Hey, I don't want to leave you hanging. So give me a
That's
second.
cool. It's fine. Don't you worry about nothing. So while Brian takes a shit, Kevin, I'm really sorry to hear about that with your church, but I'm also really glad that your church is like, hey, there's a plague going on. Maybe don't gather together. I don't know. So that's cool. But I mean, you don't need a church to be faithful. It certainly helps, and it certainly not helps, but it helps. It's good to have like people, that you love and stuff. It's fine. Just another one of those markers of how long things keep getting pushed back. I've always said telling Catholics to not go to church is serious business. You're right. Like once the Catholic Church closes and Vegas closes, we're in some serious shit. I mean, it's just the way of the world right now. So, yeah. But I'm excited that PAX announced that late of a thing. Like they got their mind on their money or something, or good etiquette. I don't know. I know that Oklahoma was trying to do something in March for Lego Universe, and that's just not going to happen. Like, go look at a statistic thing somewhere, and you'll see how Oklahoma's doing with with how things are going right now. It's not good. It's not good. And we've got all these churches that look like businesses that are open and are like, hey, y'all, come and, socially distance and, worship with us. And it's like, that's not how any of this works. Like, even if you're all together, okay, it's just take a lesson from the Catholics. Like, close her down. I mean, at least show that you care about your people in your church, as opposed to risk it all and come eat bread and drink some wine. But people are magic. You adjust my headphone. There we go. I'm sorry if you hear my keyboard. It's a mechanical keyboard, and I'm a heavy clicker. I click very. Oh, geez, where am I going? I got that going for me. I'm surprised that Emily hasn't come in here and yelled at me and has been like, you're streaming. Why haven't you given me any of the links to it yet? She probably doesn't know I'm streaming. She doesn't care. My guess is she doesn't care. But that's also kind of a negative Nancy thing to say, too. So there's that. My dogs are in here with me, though. I think I'm 99% sure I heard Henry and or Dobby earlier, so that's cool.
Puppies are helpful.
Puppies are helpful. They get on your feet. You wonder what's going on. It's a good time for everybody. I think your mom squad really wants that jacket, Brian.
They're not getting it.
Okay.
So I'm excited for PAX because... it would be one of the first conventions I go to in a while. And, if that were the first one, PAX East 2020 was the last show I went to before everything shut down. So that would be kind of fitting if that was the first or the last, then the first for me personally. And when they announced that date, I was like, okay. I wasn't immediately taken aback like this isn't going to happen. Some of my friends did. But I think by June that there's going to be enough happening with a vaccine on a large enough scale that there would be this elusive herd immunity that our president, I believe, referred to a while ago. By that point, hopefully, people would be able to take it because, with any sort of vaccine, there's definitely people who are like, you know what? No, we're not going to do this. But that's not right. But there's also so much research going into and so much money going into this vaccine specifically, and it's impacted people in so many more ways that because there is the money behind it, it's going to get out even quicker. And it's a human universal thing that we all want to get over. So I think by that point, we'll have enough, because some vaccines are shipping out as soon as like a couple weeks from now, allegedly. We don't know.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping for by then. That way PAX could happen, and subsequently any shows in the latter half of the year. When this all first started and I was at the Lego store and all that, I said I was one of the people that predicted accurately the mall's going to get shut down, going to be shut down for a couple months, and all the schools and all the everything. And everyone was like, no, that's not going to happen. That's ridiculous. Why would that? And then it happened. So if I go with my gut in my, educated guess, like I did that last time, I said for a while, June would be the first time we see a show of some kind happen in real life, whether full capacity, half capacity, or otherwise. So I'm trusting myself on that again. Hopefully I'm right.
Hey, Steve's here. So, hey, Steve, how's it going?
Hi.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Brian, but I do have to at least.
No, I was done talking.
All right. And Kevin wants to know how long ago it was that I dived into this game, into Warcraft. It was 2005. I was not living in Vegas anymore. I was back home in the Kingdom with my parents. And I needed something to do that was not crime related. So my D&D friends were like, hey, we're doing this. And then the rest is history. And I've been playing off and on since then. So almost 15 years. I really like it. Yeah, that's it. It's what, Kevin? This title of this stream is magnificent, okay? I'm sorry that you don't like it. I haven't got all judgy with my stream title, Brian. You believe that? Your silence is yes.
World of Warcraft is the ultimate talk about anything except the game while you play the game sort of game.
Oh, absolutely it is. We did a run that was like 2.5 hours. It's the longest stream that I've done on my own without being part of anybody. And it was just us talking about WoW. I had like 4 other people with me, and we were just, oh man. Like Kevin was like, I tried to watch it, and I really wanted to talk to you, but you weren't talking about any other issues. I was like, this is true? Oh, so that's why I kind of called you in, because you can keep me on track. Because the first 30 minutes of the stream was me rambling about nothing and just like repeatedly saying, I hope everyone's having a nice Friday night to an empty room.
That's how I feel a lot of the time too.
Really?
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
That's a bummer. Do you need more interaction from me on your streams, Brian?
No, I'm used to it. Okay. I do the quarantine cast with Joshua, so unless I springboard the conversation, it doesn't go super duper far. And that's not a dig at him, but
okay.
He doesn't usually bring up topics unless it's like Lego related, because he's used to it being like a Lego show, and I'm like, fuck it. Oh, I swore. Whoops.
Oh my god, Brian Saviano.
Yeah, whoops. Well, there's only 3. It's fine.
This is not family friendly.
Nah, it's all good.
It's okay. I won't tell anybody. I'm just glad nobody from the mom squad is here. Usually Lindsay and like other people show up, and I'm like, oh, hey. But
hey, Lindsay's cool.
Oh, I know. Lindsay doesn't give 2 fucks about the language thing, but like one of your mothers came in.
Yeah, there was a whole thread in the mom squad about like, oh, there's so many wonderful people that were in the stream. Where can we find them? And I said the only 2 people I can recommend are Miss Tapcat and Tricky Bricks, because they align with my brand the most. And then you said, yeah, I do things, but I swear, so no.
I was very honest about no one should ever watch this channel.
I mean, not of them, probably not, because it's not, like compared like Flynn and Richard to you, like night and day. No, I don't mean quality. I just mean in terms of...
No, I know what you mean. Like, Flynn and Richard are the most wholesome human beings on the planet, except for Cody Otley. And, like, that's not my shit. Sorry.
I had just tuned in toward the end of the stream they had, like, a couple days ago. Mm-hmm. And then they were like, oh, we're wrapping up here. What do we have left to talk about? And Flynn was like, oh... I didn't say anything. I just showed up the last 10 minutes. And Flynn was like, "Oh, I want to give a special shout out to Bricks O'Brien. He was in charge of the 24-hour stream, and he had such kind words to say about the Tricky Bricks community and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Oh, I've been summoned." And then everyone's like, "Oh, hey, what's going on?" So
it's funny. They're really good about it.
they are.
I liked them. So like, this is gonna sound corny as hell, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I watched them on the show, as it were, the big show, and like when one of them was having a problem, like a problem with the build or just a problem, their relationship and how they handled it and how they helped each other is our fucking relationship goals, man. Like seriously. Like I don't give a shit if you're straight, I don't give a shit if you're gay, I don't give a shit if you're whatever. Like
right.
That relationship between those two fellas, man, I wish I had a relationship with like that. I kind of do. Oh, I do, but I mean, I wish more people. She's in the kitchen. It's fine, but I wish more people realize that that's what a relationship should be, rather than, hey, baby, let's get drunk and blah 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 blah.
Sure. Oh yeah. They seem like that kind of couple. Admittedly, don't tell the recruiters for Lego Masters, but I haven't watched the show at all. And I kind of don't want to watch it now because I'm familiar, or at the very least friendly, with a lot of the contestants on there that don't make it to the end, and I don't have the heart to see Flynn and Richard get eliminated because I'm like, oh, they're good people. Like,
hold on a second. Steve is giving me flack for playing an Alliance Paladin. Steve, shut up. All right. So yeah, like exactly. Like I tried watching an episode a couple of days ago, like right after the stream, the big 24-hour thing. And this was right after I finally got to talk to Mel. I've never been able to do that before. And I was super happy. You know, he's law enforcement Lego guy, which is super rare. And I was like, hey, blah 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 blah. And I watched the episode where he got eliminated, and I was like, this is such bullshit. What a waste, because Mel's a great builder and he's a good dude, and it was just like, this is it sucks. And it sucks not seeing your boy win when you become friends with him. And you're like, I'm not seeing the appeal here. Why did they win and not, anyway.
Right.
It's fine.
And I didn't know anyone on the show except Tyler beforehand. And oh yeah, because he worked for Build Better Bricks when I was with the Brick Show and all that. And I knew before, because I didn't know anyone else, I said to myself, before even seeing episode 1 of the show, I'm like, Tyler's going to win. Doesn't matter if he's with his wife and she can't build or otherwise, doesn't matter. He's going to win. And he did. So
yeah, Tyler's a good builder. That's for sure.
Not a dig at Boone or anyone else, because I wasn't familiar with them at all, but I just knew. I'm like, this guy can do anything.
His work definitely reflects that. Like I've been to the site and I've looked things over and all that fun stuff, and dude can do some work, that's for sure. I just liked Mark and Boone's build better. Like I liked the creativity thing that they did. I liked that they incorporated that side of technology with it.
Right.
Like you put the thing in there and the thing does the thing, and I thought that was neat. And Steve, you're mistaken. The Horde are a bunch of idiots, so the Alliance is clearly better in every standpoint. Yeah. So, Kevin, for you that doesn't know, the Horde and Alliance are the two factions you can play in this game. One is superior, the other is the Horde. So, just keep that in mind. But I prefer to play a very holy individual who uses the Force, but it's called the Light in this game. But it's exactly like the Force. I wish I was joking. Anywho. Hey, did you watch The Mandalorian, Brian?
I did. I watched it at 6 o'clock this morning while I was having a bout of insomnia.
Kind of tragic, don't you think?
The episode, yeah, it is the episode.
Yeah,
that's the name of that's the title of the episode.
Yeah, Brian, that's where I was going with that. Wait,
yeah, right.
Cool. Okay, good.
I thought you meant the insomnia.
No,
Kevin hasn't seen it. Never mind. Nope. Never mind.
Kevin hasn't seen it?
Nope. I say after a week you can spoil, not spoil, but you can discuss the episode. So we can talk about. I would say the last week's episode is fair game, unless Kevin is doing that stupid thing where he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna delay self gratification and blah 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 blah."
Yeah, that sounds like him.
I don't know. Maybe.
Kevin, did you watch last week? I seriously just left to read stream because they're spoiling it like nobody's business. No regard. Oh. Okay, well, we're not going to do that, Kevin.
No.
We're cool dudes about it. Well,
let's just say that
it was good and it made me sad.
Yeah.
It was exciting.
Last
week's episode though was pure fire. Like I was so happy to see her on screen. What do you think about the name, by the way? What do you think of the name of the child?
Okay, so we can see or we can talk about it because Kevin saw last week's episode.
Yes, you did.
So I knew right from the get by them not saying the child's name, which really doesn't have any sort of relevance to the plot or the development or anything at all, that they were going to have a big issue. By they, I mean Disney, communicating that this is anything except Baby Yoda. And now when they have, the marketing, they bring up everything else pertaining to this creature, everyone calls it Baby Yoda. And now that it has the official name, which between the four of us, I can say is Grogu, doesn't matter at all. Until it does have meaning, potentially in a later episode, which we don't know. Even after this most recent episode, we don't know. But I wasn't like, oh, that's a bad name. It's another Star Wars name. Yoda is an objectively weird name. We just know it because it's been around for 50 years. So it's going to catch up, and it's going to catch on eventually to the core Star Wars people. But trending on Twitter is not going to be the Mandalorian and Grogu. It's going to be the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda. It's going to be, what are they going to title the next Lego set? Are they going to put Grogu on the box? Is it still going to be the child? Is it, whatever? It's just another name, which is like all these Star Wars names. You put a bunch of, syllables and, a couple consonants in there or whatever.
Yeah. Well, there's like even name things like online where it's like the first letter of your last name of your brother's uncle or something.
Pretty much it.
I don't know. Yeah. You see,
yeah. Yeah, like if they called it, I got that frog in my throat. If they called it Grogu, would it land as well? I don't know.
Baby Grogu as opposed to Baby Yoda or the kid.
Right.
Yeah.
Grogu sounds like every Star Wars name. Yeah, exactly. Which is fine. I'm not. The Mandalorian is the only Star Wars thing I care about, but I still don't care about it like I have an issue with the name or with this or with that. But
so in other words, you just enjoy liking a thing and you don't really let the
neckbeards ruin it for me. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Just like they ruin lots of everything on the internet.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. I'm in the same boat as you. I just enjoy things these days. Like I don't really let other people's opinion fuck with me about it anymore. Because I used to be like that. I used to be very much, oh, actually. And now I could just give two shits less unless I want to give somebody hell about it, Like the worst enemy of Star Wars is its fans. So yeah. There's that.
Talk about your surprise doodles shared today on stream, Brian. Yeah, so I slept entirely through that, which made me feel even worse about me having just royally messed up my sleep schedules because I miss all of the things. But then I saw it like out of the corner of my eye on Kevin's Instagram post is me like what looks like I'm just like in such a weird pose with my hands, and I'm like, what is what is this?
Yeah.
So And it was Ben's Brick Designs who suggested it?
Yeah.
I'm not like, I know who that is, but I don't like, it wasn't like that seems like an Eli recommendation, you know what I mean?
Oof.
No, because he's a fan of mine.
Excuse me. Yeah. Good old Eli. So my run is done, and oh wait, Steve's asking me, Jeff, explain to me what you are now doing as someone who last played the during Cataclysm, simultaneously looks like the same game and yet totally different. All right, so this is going to be a World of Warcraft rant. I'm sorry, Brian.
That's okay.
So in the newest expansion, Steve, you basically go to the afterlife, and the afterlife is full of souls that need to be directed on where to go. But the problem is that basically the devil has started taking all of the souls that are leaving Azeroth to go to the afterlife for himself. He's not letting the judgment person judge these souls to direct where they go. So basically, where I was just at is basically one of the layers of hell. They ripped it exactly from Dante's Inferno, and you travel the different layers of hell, rescuing souls, getting back memories of how life used to be for certain people and things, and applying that to your abilities. Basically, it's a lot of fun. I like it. I like the storyline so far. I like everything that's happening. The combat's great on it. It's still the same. You run dungeons, you do the things. This is just a bonus thing that you can do. You're supposed to have people with you. I just run it by myself now. Because why not, right? I don't have to worry about other people fucking it up. I don't fuck it up for other people. It's just fun. And our theme was red, and that was your face, Brian, when you turned all red when you had that pickle.
I think it's because the hands were like, I don't know. It looked weird on paper, but I'm sure, that's an exact screenshot.
Well, I mean, he drew it on digital.
Right, of course.
It's not paper.
But no, I liked it. I wish I was there, but oh well.
We were talking about you actually during the stream. Like Kevin was like, "Yeah, Brian will pipe in. He usually does."
Nope, dead asleep.
Yep, dead to the world. Not a care in the world, in sleepland. So, yeah, that's cool. I hope that you got enough sleep. I hope your schedule gets back to normal pretty soon, bud.
Well, I don't know. I mean, so yesterday I said on like my live stream, I woke up at 8 after having 6 hours of sleep, so I was inherently tired. And then I left here at 10, didn't have any caffeine past like 4 or 5 o'clock, and I fell asleep, and I only slept for like 2 hours, and then I was up all night for no reason.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, it's actually really bad, especially when like I tried. I'm like, I'm gonna actively like go home and just not be wired on the computer, and then, boop, there you go.
Do you think maybe you'll go see somebody about it? Maybe a doctor?
It doesn't happen like consistently. It really got messed up for the 24-hour stream, but I've never had a good sleep. I've always been tired. Part of it is definitely my habits and my weight, but part of it is also, I would say, massive anxiety in various forms and whatnot. But what's the cure to that? What's causing that when I think I feel fine? It's a whole other thing.
Sounds like it.
What time did you go to sleep last night morning, Brian? Well, I left here at 10:30, fell asleep, I want to say by 11:30 or midnight, and then I woke up at 1:37, then I fell back asleep at 8. So that's bad.
That's not good, Brian.
And I'm tired right now, but
I'm tired, no offense.
I'm just tired enough that like I'm almost to the point where like if I do videos, it's not going to come out good, but it's not quite there yet.
Well, it's a good thing that you decided to come and join me on this, and I really appreciate it. I always appreciate having just a talk stream while we do something. Like that's always fun for me, and I really do appreciate you coming in and saving my bacon, as it were, because it was real bad. It wasn't good. So there's that. I am, however, going to call it right now. I did what I was going to do. I appreciate everybody keeping me company and talking to me while we did this. Brian, once again, I appreciate you coming in and joining me. That really does mean a lot to me. Thank you very much. And Kevin and Steve, you guys have a wonderful night. So from everybody here at Jeff McAwee's channel, because I don't have any other names for it, and it's always just going to be Jeff McAwee. Thank you for watching me play with myself. Have a wonderful evening. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.